Discussion and debate. Building an argument. Unit 7. Task A. Read and discuss. Listen to the reading and follow along in your textbook. The reading introduces the topic and some of the key ideas you will need to develop your argument. As you listen, think about your own views on the topic.
The advent of deepfakes, sophisticated digital manipulations that convincingly alter video and audio, has brought a contentious issue into the spotlight: whether creating and distributing deepfakes should be illegal. Deepfakes use advanced technology that can dupe people into believing they are real, which can have far-reaching consequences for individuals and society. Deepfakes can be used for malicious purposes, such as spreading fake news, committing identity theft, or damaging reputations. For instance, a deepfake might falsely depict a political candidate making controversial statements during an election, significantly swaying public opinion based on misinformation. However, outright banning of deepfakes could be a slippery slope, infringing on creative and technological freedoms. While deepfakes can be misused, the technology itself is neutral and has potential for legitimate uses, such as in the entertainment industry or for educational purposes. Deepfake technology enables the creation of realistic digital versions of actors for movies, and it can also enhance educational experiences by simulating historical events or speeches with high accuracy. It could be argued that the focus should be on regulating the use of deepfakes rather than a total ban, which risks the suppression of innovation and artistic expression. It is important to consider both the dangers of deepfakes in promoting false information and their potential benefits when used responsibly.
Task B. Comprehension check. Consider each question and use information from the reading to develop your response. Think about how these ideas could be used to support either side of the argument. Task C. Vocabulary building. Complete the vocabulary activity. Pay attention to how each word or phrase is used, as you will be encouraged to use this vocabulary when you present your argument. Now check your answers. Task D. Useful idioms. Complete the idiom activity and check the meaning of each expression. Consider whether any of these expressions could be used naturally in your argument. Now check your answers. Then take the vocabulary and idioms quiz. Task E. Discussion language. Study the discussion language and complete the activity. Practice using these expressions to help you structure and communicate your argument clearly. Task F. For and against. Listen to both model arguments and follow along in your textbook. Notice how each speaker states a position, develops reasons, introduces evidence, and uses the language from the unit. Consider which arguments you find most convincing.
The creation and distribution of deepfakes should be illegal because they create serious risks for individuals and society. By deepfakes, I mean AI-generated or manipulated media designed to look real and deceive viewers. A major concern is their ability to reduce trust in video authenticity by making false videos appear real. Technology review data published in IEEE Access in 2024 found important weaknesses in current deepfake detection methods as the technology continues to develop. As a result, people may be duped into believing false information before its authenticity can be checked. Deepfakes can also increase public deception, especially when used to influence elections, damage reputations, or spread fake news. Further technology reviews show that manipulated media can spread quickly online because users often share content without checking its accuracy. This shows that deepfakes are not simply harmless entertainment, but a serious threat to reliable communication. Once shared online, false videos can reach large audiences before people realize that they are fake. Finally, the deepfakes we currently see may be only the tip of the iceberg. Beyond false videos, the same technology could be used for identity theft, fraud, blackmail, and serious threats to privacy and security. Strict laws are therefore necessary to limit the harmful use of deepfakes and protect individuals, public trust, and digital security.
Making the creation and distribution of deepfakes completely illegal may create more problems than it solves. It is important to distinguish between harmful deepfakes and legitimate digital editing. Digital manipulation technology, including facial recognition applications, can have useful purposes in entertainment, education, and other fields. Technology review data published in Electronics in 2024 found that deepfake technology can have useful applications as well as risks when it is misused. A complete ban could therefore limit creative, educational, and research uses. Such a ban could also have legal implications, especially when deciding which forms of digital manipulation should be illegal. Laws that are too broad may limit artistic expression or the development of new technology. Focusing only on deepfakes would also fail to solve problems involving cybercrime and identity theft, since criminals can use different technologies to commit fraud. Restricting one tool may simply encourage criminals to use another. Poorly designed laws could be like playing with fire, creating new problems without dealing with the criminal behavior itself. Governments should instead create clear rules that target harmful uses while allowing useful applications to continue in a safe and responsible way. Deepfake technology should therefore be carefully regulated rather than made completely illegal.
Task G. Comprehension check. Answer the questions about the model arguments. Identify the speaker's positions and evidence, and practice challenging one of their points. This will help prepare you for the rebuttal task later. Task H. Springboard. Read the quotation and consider how it relates to the topic. Introduce the quote and explain what it demonstrates. Consider whether the quotation could be used to support your own argument. Task I. Exploring evidence. Complete the evidence activity. Each unit introduces a different type of supporting evidence. Consider how this type of evidence can make an argument more convincing and how you could use it in your own argument. Now check your answers. Then take the evidence type quiz. Task J, supporting an argument. Develop a reason for your position and support it using the type of evidence introduced in this unit. This will give you practice connecting a reason with relevant supporting evidence. Task K, gathering data. Study the infographic and identify information that could support either side of the argument. Consider which facts or data would be most useful for supporting your own position. Task L, building an argument. Now bring together what you have learned throughout the unit. Choose whether you are for or against the discussion statement. Use the Building an Argument page to state your position and develop 3 clear reasons, supported with relevant evidence. Use the evidence type introduced in this unit once in your argument, and identify your sources by giving the author or source title and the date. Where appropriate, try to incorporate the discussion language, vocabulary, and idioms you learned in the unit. When you have completed your notes, use them to record your spoken argument and post your recording to the Spoken Argument Forum. Do not simply read your notes, use them to help you explain your argument naturally. Finally, listen to another student's argument. Choose one point they made and record a rebuttal explaining why you disagree. Thank you for your efforts this week. See you in the next lesson.